Welcome to today's haul. Today we have a mixture of stuff that I picked up during the month of February. We have some stuff from Vinted, we have some secondhand, we have a lot of stuff from stores. We're just going to dive right into it. We're going to start with the Vinted stuff first. So first we have volumes 1 to 4 of Can't Lose You. I believe this is a manhwa published by Net Comics. As I've said a few times now, I have started to try and pick up a bit more Net Comics after it all went a bit weird with them. Now according to them they are still publishing, but I do think a lot of their stuff is out of print anyway. So if I happen to see fuller sets or at least a few volumes, I'm going to dive in and give them a go. I definitely do think older school manga series is something I am absolutely lacking in my collection and in general stuff that I read. So that is something I'm definitely keeping an eye out more for when I look up sets on Vinted. Next we have 1 to 3 of Alicino, and I think that is a complete series. It isn't one I'd heard of, but when I looked it up I saw it didn't actually have too bad reviews. Is it complete or did it get stopped printing? No, I do think it is complete. Looking forward to going into series like this blind, especially some short ones. I am quite liking the art style on the covers, so I'm looking forward to that. Next we have Dogs 0 to 8, and I'm not sure if this brings me up to date. I think there might be a couple more volumes, but I'm not sure if they're printed in English. I have not yet checked. This has been on my want to try list for a few years now. I've had people recommend it, so I was really excited and happy to be able to see a clear run on Vinted for a decent price. Okay, I was weirdly excited for this. We have Hatsune Miku Bad End Night 1 to 3. This is complete. I really do like the larger form factor 7 Seas volumes, and it is a complete set. I do feel a little scarred with the last Hatsune Miku series. It was a one-shot that I read, but I'm gonna cross my fingers and hope that it's more of a one-off. I read that this one is based on another Hatsune Miku song, and if that's the case, I absolutely adore that as a concept. I'd love to see more series based on Miku songs. That would be so neat, especially for this Miku noob. Last set of volumes I picked up on Vinted were volumes 2, 3, 5 and 6 of Demon from Afar, and I got quite excited because I had heard about these ones before, and these are hardcover, and I am quite a fan of the Yen Press hardcovers. I think they look and feel really nice. It is also a forgive my pronunciation, Kariyuki series. It is complete at 6, so I do just need to find 2 more to be able to complete it. And I'm hoping, because I paid a pretty good price for these, to also find the last 2 I need for a pretty decent price. So I think the only secondhand volume I have in the haul outside of the Vinted stuff I bought on a third-party sale on Amazon. It is Kisses, Macaroons and Lonely Pie. It is a one-shot Kuma. Slowly piecing these together when I can. Managed to find this for £5, so I'm quite happy with that, because these can sometimes be $14.99. Okay, so during February 1st, I believe, to be exact, Traveling Man announced that they were doing 3 for 2 on all manga, and let me tell you, what fate was it that I already happened to be in Leeds when the announcement was made. Now, to be perfectly honest, I was in Leeds, I went to Traveling Man, I did my manga shopping, and then I ambled off to go do something else. And then I saw a post in the Dudette Discord server, someone had shared that Traveling Man had announced 3 for 2 on all manga, and I was literally stood at the end of the street waiting for someone in another store, and I looked up at Traveling Man and I turned to Ben and went, yep, okay, we gotta go back in and confirm this. And I literally went back into Traveling Man, went to the first staff member I saw and was like, is it true? And I am so blind, they were stood literally next to a massive A1 sign saying 3 for 2 on all manga, and I was like, oh my gosh, thank you, forgive me. Now that I told you my tale, it did feel rude to not go back and buy some more manga. What I did try to do is pick up series and volumes that were not necessarily newer stuff, but stuff that I feel had been lingering on the shelves a bit longer and I just hadn't picked up because it wasn't in a 3 for 2. Hence the first 3 volumes on this stack. Now that we've reached the end of my tale once again, we have 2 June volumes. Dear Myself and Don't Blame Me Volume 2. These definitely look battered. Their price tags were old, very old. So they definitely, I believe, had been lingering there for a while. I don't know how blind I was. I don't feel like I'd seen them on the shelves before, but I could have just completely glossed over them because they weren't Viz, and more recently 7 Seas. I also picked up Delinquent Housewife Volume 1. I have actually seen a couple of people talk about this on Instagram, not majorly so. I've seen it once or twice in my 5 years in and about the space. I was curious enough to give it a go, and I'll see what it's like. A couple other random pickups I made at Travelling Man. We have Bergamon and Sunny Day, and I think this is a one-shot from Tokyo Pop. Now, this definitely isn't an older one because it is under the Love Love line, and that is a more recent thing, though it is $12.99. That is actually a pretty decent price for a Tokyo Pop, to be fair, a more recent one at least. Next we have Days with My Stepsister Volume 1. I kind of picked this up just a little bit randomly to give it a go. Don't have high expectations, to be truthfully honest. LDK 2122 Omni. I picked this up in the Forbidden Planet Leeds sale section. It was £4. It says damaged, no refunds. I don't know if I've missed something obvious or I just care that little about damages. I missed it. Maybe it's the creases on the cover. I don't really mind. The spine looks fine. Beyblade X Volume 1. And I think it's the same manga artist as Promised Neverland. It definitely has the same style. I assume it's a series about Beyblades. It is unfortunately a trend that passed me by at school. I know it was a trend when I was there and people had them, but it just wasn't one I really got into. But still, I look forward to reading it because it might still get me engaged and I might enjoy it, like with some other series. Komi Can't Communicate 32, a new Komi volume. Oh, I am a couple of volumes behind though. I do enjoy binging some Komi, so I'm not too mad at myself. I believe the series has now completed in Japan, I think. I can't remember exactly how many more volumes we've got, but it isn't many. I am sad, but as long as it wraps well, that's all I can ask for a series I love this much. Next we have Destroy All Humans, They Can't Be Regenerated Volume 2. I really liked Volume 1. I go into a lot more detail in my January reading vlog about why I enjoyed Volume 1. FYI, for those concerned, it is plastic wrapped because it comes with a Magic the Gathering card, or at least Volume 1 did, and I assume it's plastic wrapped to keep that inside. That's usually why they do that kind of thing. But yeah, I weirdly can't wait to read more about Magic, like a lot. Picked up volumes 2 and 3 of Snowball Earth. It's not a series I've started reading yet though, so I'm going in still a bit blind with these. Last Quarter Volume 2, this is complete at 2, I think. Yep, and I look forward to reading that one. I had intended to try and read it in February, 1 and 2, I just didn't get round to it, so I hope to pick it up some point later in the month, depending on the themes, because I'm really trying to stick to the Discord server challenge memes? Themes, and I'm doing quite well so far. Next we have Sleepless Domain Volume 1. Now it is by 7 Seas, but I'm not sure it might be more of a graphic novel. I don't mind too much. It looks really bright and colourful and I'm looking forward to jumping in, and I love reading bright and colourful graphic novel series. Yeah, Hiveworks. I think Hiveworks is usually like more graphic novel-y stuff. Next we have Link Click Volume 3. Next in, oh no, I've just noticed my corner's battered now. Was that me? I'm not sure. I'm not going to talk about the publisher anymore. I've worked past my anger. I'm still looking forward to reading Link Click. It's one of the only ones I've not gotten to yet. And then we have Here You Are Volume 2, which is one I have read, and I did quite enjoy Volume 1. It is a shame that they printed the banding on, though. I do agree with that. That's a shame. No, I said I was going to stop talking about the negativity. Love a Kitten and a Salty Dog, Volume 1. Well, Volume 1, it might be a one-shot. There's no numbering. Going in blind, have been really enjoying... Well, no, I'm very varied on my 7 Seas BL, especially the one-shots or the two-shots. It's very hit and miss for me. I either really like it or I'm like, why did I have to read this? Why did I have to read this? Like someone's forced me, only myself. And look, we have another one. No spicy romance allowed, and also no numbering, so I assume another one-shot. I hope it is spicy though, because it's plastic wrapped, and I hope it's just a very tricksy little title. Reanima Volume 1, a new series by Kodansha, going in very blind on this one. I must say, when I've put it into my spreadsheet, I think it said that there is only one volume out even in Japan, so I am always interested. Why do they pick those sort of series to print in English? Why not wait till there's a few more? Otherwise there's going to be really big gaps potentially, or an unknown. But I guess you also have a potential unknown even with an ongoing series because you're not sure if it's going to go on break or what or whatever. I just think it's interesting. I wonder how they make their decisions, or what drives some of the decisions on what chooses to get licensed or not. Honeko Akabane's Bodyguards Volume 1, another very blind pickup, but it's Kodansha and it fit into my nice 3 for 2. I've not heard anyone pick it up or talk about it, so I am very, very much going into this one blind, I think. And then the final volume in this haul is Hard Boiled Stories Cat Bar. I think this is a one-shot. I saw Cat and got excited, but I am once again going in very blind to this one. I hope it doesn't make me sad, because I remember when I added it to my spreadsheet, some of the tags, so I was like, oh no, I hope this doesn't make me sad. So there we have my February manga haul. There were a couple of unboxings that aren't included in this. I do those in their own haul videos. But this is like some of the Vinted stuff and some of the stuff I picked up in store that I'm sharing with you. I have really been enjoying getting like bundles of sets on Vinted and getting like full stuff as opposed to like doing my usual piecemeal kind of deal. But I've also discovered so many series that I'd not heard of. I'd not heard of Bad and Night. I've not heard of Al Chino, and I've just really enjoyed like seeing all these like older series to be able to give them a go. Also so hyped and thrilled that Traveling Man are doing 3 for $2 manga. Oh, thank you, Traveling Man. Yes, if you enjoyed this video, do remember to like and subscribe. Check out my channel memberships. It's 99p a month for early access. And join the Dude at Discord server and find all my social media links. They can be found down below. I'm trying to be much more active on at least Instagram. I'm usually fairly active on my Instagram stories at least, sharing like my reads and pictures of cats and stuff. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have the most wonderful day and I will see you next time. Bye!